Howdy everyone, Poacher here with an Age of Magic video, and in today's video I'm just going to update you on some things so you guys are aware so you can prepare for the future. Two things, first one being the Rok'Khan event coming to the game. What heroes you're going to need for each stage. It's on the screen, I'm going to go over it still, but you guys, if that's all you're here for, that's it. Just pause it and look, there you go, done. Second thing is the Arcane chest in regards to Rok'Khan and Dagan. Now, let's cover that first, the Arcane chest. In the past, when a new hero has been released, we're kind of left in the air. Are these heroes going to have a boosted chance in the Arcane chest to be pulled? We don't know. I have messaged Playcott about Rok'Khan and Dagan. And like I said, I've messaged Playcott. They said this, so if it's wrong, not my fault. Not my fault at all. These heroes will receive boosted chances to be pulled in the Arcane chest when their events in the game go live. Now, as of the last patch, the events have been placed in the game, but they are not live. There is a few days, weeks before they become active. When they do, that is when you can open the Arcane chests with a higher chance of pulling these heroes. Or, and I don't know anything, you could not pull these heroes and wait for a certain Children of the Forest boss-like character that could be shaped in the form of a bear who might be really strong, and you might want to save your arcane coins for that. But what do I know? I'm just a humble YouTuber. So that's your options. The Arcane chest, these two orcs will have boosted chances. You just gotta be a little patient. If you're not patient, go open them now. Who knows, you might get lucky. It's all RNG. So that is the news on the Arcane chests in regards to the two new orcs within the game. Now, as for the orc event for Rok'Khan, he will have an event like Arcane. It's a one-time event. The change has been made where you are going to be guaranteed shards for him in the first card of opening the chest. People who haven't done the event, that means nothing to you. People who have done the event means a lot to you. You know what I'm talking about. These are the heroes you're going to need. So we've got missions 1 to 3. Let me get my mouse there. There we go. 1 to 3, any hero. So you can use any heroes to pass normal mode. 1 to 3. 4 to 5, you're going to use light heroes. 6 to 7, you're going to use dark heroes. Now, any player that has a semi-decent roster, this is all going to be pretty easy. 8 to 9, you're going to use the kobolds and Arcane undead. Now, this is where it starts to get a little bit different because difficult because these aren't really heroes people train. Well, new players, old players will have these heroes just because over time you collect them. 10 to 11 of normal, you're going to have demons and Arcane. 12 to 13 barbarians, so should have these potentially, and dwarves again potentially. 14 to 15 knights of the council, children of the forest, and dragonkin. So they're Dragonkin difficult to get if you didn't get them previously. Children of the Forest, I think that's the saving grace here. You've got your lucky, your stealthy, your tricky, your pride, and then truck in bloody Rogar. You'd be fine, I think. Then we move on to hard mode. Missions 1 to 2, we've got Roland allies. Who are those? Filters, let me have a look real quick. Do we have Roland allies? Oh, we do. Is that a new thing? Is Roland allies a new thing? It's essentially the starting heroes of the game. You've got Ambra and Angrim for some reason, it's Tiles and Cathbad. You should have Karana and you should have Cathbad. Weirdly enough, Roland's not in this Brotherhood. Okay. This is... Okay, that's weird. This might be a little difficult. Then we got 3 or 4 high elves, dark elves. Should have dark elves. 5 to 6 dragonkin, wild elves. So dragonkin again hard to get. Wild elves though, they're pretty decent. They're a solid raid team. I could understand people having these. Apart from the Roland allies, there are easy methods to pass these stages. 7 to 8, you got mercenaries. Who are your mercenaries? Let me have a look at them very quickly. Mercenaries. Not a lot of... You got Danae, you got Swamp Killer. and then a bunch of misfits and warriors of light. That sounds a bit more promising. Warriors of light, who do you have there? Okay, you got some Dragonkin, you got some Archons and Siegfried. So I think between both of these, you should have some decent heroes. Like you've got Ilios, Karana. Those two are pretty decent heroes already. I think you could get through this. 9, 10, Abyss Slaves. Those are the heroes you need for the Abaddon event. So they're mainly event heroes. You've got your Cage from memory, your Rock, I think is an Abyss Slave. Succubus, Harbingers of Dawn. Who are those? You got your Suna, you got your Roina, you got Tiliana. So some decent heroes here. 11 to 12, you got your Beastmen and Druids. Solid picks there. And 13 to 15, you got your Archons and Orcs. When we first heard of this event, I think people were assuming you're going to need the Orcs to get this done. But Archons, staple for most accounts. Archons, I think they're not really super relevant these days. But I think everyone goes through a phase of just collecting them. So Archons are just solid to have in general. Overall, I think the factions are spread out pretty nice. The only things I really have a concern with, and mind you, this is for endgame. I'm talking, if you're a person leveling up, your roster's not going to be this vast. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. They've designed this to have almost every faction in the game. It's the way it is. But there are a lot of crossovers. There's a lot of primary characters here that you could probably push pretty far. The Roland Allies is a weird one. I think that might be a little bit of a gate for people. The heroes for this mission aren't hard to get at all, but it's the fact that they're not heroes people would necessarily level up. You got your Dark Elves. That's something people level up. Wild Elves, Dragonkin, people level up. Again, this might be a gate. I don't think this would be a gate because there's a lot of heroes players need in these factions or brotherhoods for them to progress the game naturally. So I think these heroes will be available to people. This isn't a gate. This is definitely not a gate because you can use Archons. That's probably one of the easier stages. Even though these are factions that people don't invest a lot into, I don't think it's something we should be worrying about simply because it's normal. This is the normal mode. I don't think it will be that hard. If this was down here, then we might have an issue. I think in terms of balance, this is pretty solid, to be honest. That's, again, my honest opinion. The downsides of the ridiculous amount of factions and brotherhoods spread out through this. That's a lot for people to collect. And just the 1 or 2 stages that are just built of random nobody characters. Other than that, it's a one-time event. If I was someone leveling up a new account or a medium account or even an endgame account where you've got some type of... I wouldn't put a lot of time into getting heroes from here sorted. I just do what you can. If you want to, sure. I just feel like build your account how you are. Don't go out of your way for a one-time event. For a hero where if they stick to their schedule, will be farmable within 3 months. That's how it should happen. So yeah, that's the information for you guys, the Arcane chest thing and the Rok'Khan event. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. I will answer it to the best of my ability. And wherever you're around the world, until next time, please take care of yourself.